What is going on, guys? I hope you are having a fantastic day. I am up north visiting family, and I figured I can't give up. I've got to make this Tesla drift. So we're gonna take it apart one more time. And look who we got here. Ketchup. Ketchup, say hi. Say hi to everyone. Run, Forrest, run. All right, this should work. This is the wheel speed sensor in the front. I'm gonna zip tie it up here and then remove the rest of them. Oh my God. Well, removing just one of the wheel speed sensors turned off stability control. Let's see what this thing is like. Steering assist reduced. It turned off the power steering. This thing is so hard to drive. It's definitely gonna be difficult doing donuts with no power steering. This thing takes so much muscle to turn around. All right, let's see if we can do burnouts. Still fighting for traction, actually. All right, I'm gonna remove the other wheel speed sensors and we'll try it again. Man, isn't the Tesla great? In a normal car, it takes 2 seconds, actually half a second to remove traction control. In this car, it takes an hour, and unfortunately, it still doesn't freaking work. I don't get it. Watch, steering wheel's all the way cranked. And if I floor it, I guess the torque vectoring is breaking individual wheels because it's just not letting it get loose, even though it says stability control is off. I really don't understand this. I mean, obviously full throttle with the wheel all the way turned. It should spin out, but it just doesn't. And when I floor in a straight line, it breaks loose for a second, then it regains traction. I don't get it. Hopefully these codes go away when I plug the sensors back in. Well, unfortunately, that was a total fail. We are back in my dad's garage, here in my garage. I found out about this from one of you subscribers. I did not know that you were selling this car. I literally got a bring a trailer link sent to me in my DM, so this is news to me.
Yeah, I was trying to keep kind of a low profile about selling the car, and it's emotional.
Figured this would be kind of a cool, like, last goodbye. Unfortunately, it's raining, and because the new owner already owns it, we're not gonna go and take it out for a spin. Seems inappropriate, but talking about the whole ownership experience. So you had to film, this is one of the rare cars, one of the only cars in the world where you had to film an application video, right? For applying for the Ford GT originally?
So they suggested that that's something that you could do to, in theory, enhance your chances.
Oh, you didn't actually have to do that?
No.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I figured I would torture you and your sister, make you do that. But if you turn the camera to the 06 for a minute, really what started this whole thing was many years ago, I was approached by Ford Motor Company to see if they would be able to borrow my 06 for a marketing event they were having in San Francisco. I said, sure, I'd be happy to do that. And that's kind of what started this whole adventure, frankly. I was in touch with folks at Ford over the years, some of whom became friends. And then in 2014, I want to say, when they just started talking about this car, and then 2015, I believe the design was...
I think it was the 2015 Detroit Auto Show where they dropped this. I was interning for Ford at the time, and there was like 100 people in the whole company that actually knew about this car, especially because it was designed in Canada with Multimatic. So I got to see that for the first time. It was pretty freaking epic. It was actually one of my first viral videos, was a startup and that thing driving off at the auto show. So it was pretty cool. So, I told my buddy in LA, I said, look, I'd love one of these. Then the official campaign opened up where you could apply to get one of them, because they were only going to make 1,000 initially, and it was going to be $250 a year for 4 years. So we filmed the video, you, me, and your sister, and sent in an application, and all sorts of rumors about who got picked, and I don't want to get into the politics of any of that, because the truth is, even guys at Ford, some of it in the very early days, they wanted to put a list together, and then it was like, well, we can't really do that. And so they tried to be fair to everybody, but look, it's a low production car, so there's going to be people that are going to be upset in the grander scheme of things that aren't going to be able to buy a car that they're only making 1,000 of. So the short story is, we did not get accepted in the first cut. I don't remember that, really?
Yeah, did not get accepted.
Oh, wow.
And so I called my buddy in LA, and I sent a couple emails to guys I knew, executives at Ford, and I said, hey, no hard feelings, keep me in mind if you guys decide to make more of these things, because I really would love one. And sure enough, about 18 months to 2 years into the program, Ford announced that they were going to increase the production because of the overwhelming demand from 1,000 to 1,350 units. And instead of it being 17, 18, 19, and 2020, they were going to actually take production into 2022 with the additional 350 units. And so, lo and behold, at one point, I got a phone call from the director of the GT program that said, hey, by the way, congratulations, you made the list, and oh, by the way, we'd like to thank you for your support in the past by allowing you to purchase one of the Heritage Edition cars. And so of the 1,300, Ford doesn't release the numbers, but they only make about
probably between 50 or less of
40,
these?
about 40 Heritage Edition cars.
Each year, right?
Each year, right. So the 06, there's 348 of the 06. There's actually only about 40.
I think it's 323 or 343.
343.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. What did I say, 348?
Yeah.
343.
Well, 5 cars, who cares?
Yeah. Of this, there's only about 40. So, and then in 2020, they came out with essentially the same Gulf livery with the number 6. And that's basically a tribute to chassis number 1075, which was...
Yeah, what year was this livery GT40?
This,
67 or?
68.
Okay, gotcha.
So this was in honor of the 1968 win with chassis number 1075 that at the time was numbered 9. And that was Jackie X and Lucien Bianchi. And then in 1969, I'm sorry, Pedro Rodriguez, my mistake. I'm getting old. In 1969, same car, but they changed the number to 6. And so that's why you see 2019s and 2020 new Ford GTs in the Gulf livery, some with the number 9 and some with the number 6. And one of the things that was really wonderful for me was the ability when they announced this car, I loaned them the 06 again for marketing purposes at Laguna Seca.
And it's got the same number.
And was able to actually drive the 06 on the track with the press car of this one and actual chassis number 1075, which was the real car that actually won the race. So that was a very cool experience.
So when you got accepted for this, what was the next step?
So you get put on the list. You have to then put up a 50% deposit. You never got
Holy crap.
You never got to drive the car. So this was a deal on faith. And, you know, interestingly enough, if it wasn't for people that resell kind of low mileage cars, I never would have been able to buy the 06 actually. Because a lot of these cars, unfortunately, get purchased by people, they never have any miles on them, and they go into a warehouse and they sit there. I've probably taken this car to 50 Cars and Coffees in the last 2 years. Pebble Beach twice. It's probably been seen by tens of thousands of people. And that was the point, in addition to driving it, having it be seen as a Ford ambassador so people could see this flagship. Both of these were the halo cars for Ford, and they're the flagship vehicles that represent the company and everything the company's become. So, you know, the new owner is going to get a fabulous car. The only thing I get to keep, because of course I want everything to go along with the car to the new owner, is the original owner was able to buy a Sparco racing suit, which I bought because I needed a new one anyway.
Oh, you don't want to give him your used sweaty suit?
Yeah.
With your name imprinted on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say, this is really cool. I mean, there are a lot of expensive cars you can buy that don't give you opportunities to have custom racing suits with your names on it.
And the timing was good because my old suit had timed out and the zipper broke, and so, and thanks to the keto diet, I've lost a bunch of weight. So it was nice to actually buy a suit that, you know, fit a lot better.
Can we show them the spec kit real quick?
Sure.
So another really cool thing that came with this car, well, before you get the car, was this kind of design specking kit, although I guess it wasn't as relevant in your case because you're getting the Heritage. So it's kind of to show you samples in an extremely extravagant way. I mean, look how beautiful this carbon fiber is. And let's see, close that back up. The way this opens is really awesome. Yep. See? It's too hard to do one-handed.
Yeah, I can't do it one-handed. So this has all of the color combos that, you know, if you weren't given the Heritage version, you could pick out. So underneath these are multiple.
There's Brooks from Drag Times.
There you go.
It's like half of Shmee's car.
Half of Shmee's without, you know, the gold, which Ford now has released.
Yeah, did you see his video on that?
No, I didn't actually, but you know, the Alan Mann, I've been a big Alan Mann racing fan for years, and it's a iconic livery. And so it was great when he did it, and now to see Ford actually.
The reds are slightly different, but it is, Shmee did it first.
Yes.
Well, I guess Alan Mann Racing did it first.
Alan Mann
obviously.
Yeah. But it's cool because it's got these beautiful little wheels in it, and you could.
Yeah, no, that is awesome.
And frankly, it made it easier for me because with the Heritage Edition, you don't get any choices. It just comes.
Yeah, I mean, that's as exact as it gets. I like how they have the actual shape of the car and all the different angles, so you can see how light bounces off of that Gulf blue. All right, so I got to ask, which one is your favorite? The new Ford GT or the old Ford GT?
Well, that's an easy question. Which one am I selling?
Well, yeah, fair enough.
But
this one's doubled in value since you bought it.
Well,
that one, although that one's going way up too. Yeah,
it's doubled in value if you take it back to its original sticker price.
Oh well, yeah.
Which is why it's doubled in value. But okay, so here's the deal. Every other car in this shop, I can work on. I've taken every nut and bolt off of that car, every nut and bolt off of that vehicle, the Bronco, and every nut and bolt off of the Shelby. This is just a 5.4 liter blown V8.
You can go to Pep Boys and buy parts for this thing.
The spark plugs. I work on all of my cars. This one, just removing the carbon fiber to get to, I mean, really it's an EcoBoost V6, right? So it's not rocket science to work on it. But
yeah, the packaging's a little tighter than a Raptor.
It's way tighter, and
yeah, holy moly.
So I'm not comfortable working on it, and that's part of the enjoyment I get is being able to wrench on my own vehicles. And I think it's also, you know, look, it was an opportunity to let somebody else be a Ford brand ambassador with the Halo car, and so time to say goodbye. It's been fabulous. It's an amazing car. This is like driving a Formula car, Formula 3, Formula 1. That's like old school, no traction control, manual, got the right number of pedals. It makes a noise unlike anything else. Yeah, in the grander scheme of things, I kind of prefer the 06 because I do.
There you go. Well, it's sad, but also congratulations on selling it.
Yeah, well, and it opens up room in the shop.
Yeah, that is. I was literally working on the Tesla outside because in order to get it in here and put it on the lift, we'd have to move that and that and that and then wheel the Bronco out. So having some extra space in here would be probably nice.
Well, the Bronco body is done, so I'm going to bring that back up in here once this car is done.
This hood's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to get another hood from another 66 Bronco because mine was trashed. So I just DA'd this last week. And
what's DA?
This is a DA, otherwise known as a dual action sander.
Okay, gotcha.
So body shop tool. So we'll get the body back up here, put the hood on, test fit the hood, test fit the body onto the chassis, make sure everything fits right, then take it back off and go paint it. So
sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever noticed this. I didn't put this on my Tesla. Where's your plate? Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it.
That was from your first bicycle.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Well, guys, there you have it. It's sad to see the car go, but it's been unbelievable getting to experience this car. Thanks to my dad. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.